Selena Gomez filing for divorce from Benny Blanco, with shocking footage and alleged cheating texts surfacing online, has set the internet on fire. The claims center on the idea that the billionaire's marriage, less than a year old, has already fallen apart because of infidelity caught in text messages with an unnamed celebrity, and the fallout threatens both her career and her husband's reputation. So let's go through exactly what happened, where these claims came from, and why this story has exploded the way it has. On April 12, 2026, an account on X called Hoops Crave posted a single sentence that detonated across social media. Benny Blanco and Selena Gomez are reportedly getting a divorce. The post included a photo of the couple and nothing else. No sources, no links, no statements from representatives, just one line and one photo. Within hours, the post crossed 2.3 million views, along with 900 comments and 11,000 likes. People flooded the comments. Some asked, "Is this true?" Others claimed they saw it coming. A few tagged Grok, the AI chatbot on X, trying to get real-time answers about whether the couple had actually split. The energy was chaotic. No one could confirm anything, and that made the whole thing spread faster. Then, 4 days later, on April 16, 2026, a second post landed from a user named Joe, who wrote that Selena Gomez caught Benny Blanco cheating through texts she saw with another celebrity who is currently not confirmed yet. This post claimed that sources close to both parties had confirmed the marriage was in trouble, and that the texts were the catalyst. No names were attached to the alleged celebrity. No screenshots were shared. The word allegedly sat at the front of the post, but the internet didn't care about the caveat, it cared about the story. Combined, these two posts turned Selena Gomez's divorce into one of the most talked about phrases online in April 2026. The conversation moved from X to TikTok to Instagram, comment sections to Reddit threads. People started stitching old videos, reposting clips from the couple's joint appearances, and searching for any signal that things had gone wrong. Some pointed to Benny Blanco's behavior on his podcast. Others dug up old cheating rumors from 2025. The machine was running, and it was running on almost nothing. What made these posts so effective wasn't that they contained evidence. It was that they sounded just plausible enough, arriving at a time when audiences were already primed with doubts about this particular relationship. To understand why, you have to understand the history, how Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco got here, what their marriage actually looked like, and why a significant portion of the internet was never fully on board to begin with. Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco's relationship didn't start in a club or on a red carpet. It started in a recording studio. The pair collaborated on popular tracks like Same Old Love and Kill 'Em with Kindness, when Blanco served as a producer on Gomez's 2015 album Revival. In 2019, Blanco and Gomez returned to the recording studio to work on the track I Can't Get Enough, which also featured Taney and J Balvin. They were collaborators. They were friends, and for years nobody saw them as anything more than that. That changed in 2023, when they went public with their relationship in December 2023. Fans traced back their connections to piece together their relationship timeline. Gomez later confirmed in an Instagram comment that she had been dating Blanco privately for 6 months. Before the public announcement, the collaboration on her track Single Soon was reportedly the point at which their working relationship crossed into something romantic, and the internet was not kind about it. The backlash was immediate. A significant faction of Gomez's fan base couldn't see the fit. They pointed to Blanco's appearance, his personality, his social media presence. The comparisons to her famous ex-boyfriend lingered in every comment section. The narrative was simple: Selena Gomez was too good for Benny Blanco. That narrative would never fully leave. But Gomez didn't care, or at least she didn't show it. She leaned into the relationship publicly in a way she hadn't done with previous partners. She posted about him, she talked about him in interviews. She made it clear this was not a fling or a publicity arrangement. She was in love, and she wanted people to know it. By December 2024, they were engaged. Gomez shared their engagement news on Instagram at the time, captioning a series of photos of her engagement ring with the words, "Forever begins now." Blanco later told Interview magazine that the engagement was the sickest surprise that she had no idea about. The couple released a joint album titled I Said I Love You First in February 2025, a 14-track project that felt like a musical love letter between two people who had found something they weren't expecting. Then came the wedding. Gomez and Blanco were married September 27, 2025. in a ceremony that became arguably the biggest celebrity wedding of the year. They tied the knot at Seacrest Nursery in Santa Barbara, California. Attendees included Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, Mark Ronson, the cast of Only Murders in the Building, and the cast of Wizards of Waverly Place. Gomez wore a custom Ralph Lauren wedding dress. Blanco shared photos on Instagram and captioned them, "I married a real-life Disney princess." Paris Hilton attended and left a comment. Wolfgang Puck catered. It was a massive, star-studded affair designed to feel intimate, and to the outside world, it looked like a fairy tale ending. But there was a shadow trailing the fairy tale. And it had a name. Before the April 2026 divorce rumors, there were the May 2025 cheating rumors, and those were built on something more concrete than a parody account. Theresa Marie Mingus is not just a random name thrown into the mix. She is a figure with a long history alongside Selena Gomez. Starting as Gomez's assistant, Theresa quickly became a close friend and business partner. Their joint venture in 2019, Craz Swim, was more than a brand. It was a symbol of empowerment and shared trust. Over the years, Theresa has been seen supporting Gomez through various life events, often labeled by fans as her second sister. Gomez herself had gushed about the friendship publicly, writing in a 2019 Instagram post about how they met, worked together, and became inseparable. So when the internet noticed a crack in that relationship, it noticed loudly. It all started on March 24, 2025, when TikToker Harry Daniels uploaded a video that quickly went viral. Daniels is known for approaching celebrities in public and singing songs at them. In this instance, he was in Los Angeles and spotted Benny Blanco sitting at a restaurant with Theresa Marie. He started singing Selena Gomez's Same Old Love, which Benny co-wrote and produced, and Blanco responded by laughing nervously and asking, "Are you just following me at this point?" The TikToker replied that he wanted to be at the wedding, and the whole exchange felt charged with awkwardness. The video amassed over 2.4 million likes. Comments flooded in, with viewers speculating that Benny had been caught on a secret dinner date with Selena's best friend. Then came the digital breadcrumb that turned speculation into frenzy. Gomez unfollowed Theresa Marie on Instagram. Theresa Marie continues to follow Gomez on Instagram, but Gomez's decision to unfollow her raised eyebrows. The one-sided nature of the unfollow made it look deliberate. It made it look personal. Fans then started digging deeper. The situation escalated when Theresa was seen hanging out at Benny Blanco's house alone and posting stories with a magazine cover featuring him. There were unverified claims that Blanco had subscribed to Mingus's OnlyFans account, which added another volatile layer to the already incendiary speculation. On X, a user named Maite dropped a thread full of allegations. That connected the dots: the restaurant sighting, the Instagram unfollow, the house visits, the OnlyFans claims, into a damning narrative. The thread garnered over 25,000 likes and became the central document in the court of public opinion. But Gomez responded not with words, but with images. She posted a nostalgic Instagram slideshow featuring photos of her inner circle, including Taylor Swift and a smiling snap of her with Theresa Marie. The message was clear without being spoken: everything is fine. She followed that up with another post showing Blanco cooking and enjoying an evening with friends, captioning it about their supper club. Her tone was casual. Her fiancé was still in the frame. The cheating narrative, for most credible observers, collapsed. A healthy chunk of the internet held back, pointing out that there's no concrete evidence linking Benny Blanco to cheating. One fan on X summarized the whole affair by writing, "In conclusion, Benny never cheated on Selena. Selena and her best friend Theresa are still friends. The storm passed. The couple got married 4 months later." But the seed of doubt had been planted in millions of minds. And seeds like that don't need water, they just need another headline. Even after the wedding, the court of public opinion never fully acquitted Benny Blanco. And in February 2026, he gave critics fresh ammunition with his new podcast. Benny Blanco launched his multimedia podcast, Friends Keep Secrets, co-hosted by rapper Lil Dicky and his wife, Kristen Badalucco. The debut episode aired on February 24, 2026, and it became a lightning rod of controversy almost immediately. In the episode, Blanco was seen lounging barefoot on a couch, with the soles of his feet visibly covered in dark dirt and dust. Later in the episode, Blanco intentionally farted into a microphone, jokingly asking his co-hosts, "Wait, see if you guys could pick this up." The reaction was volcanic. Clips went viral across every platform. fans of Selena Gomez unleashed their frustration in comment sections everywhere. One user wrote, "I can't figure out why a girl like her would be attracted to a slob like him." Others were blunter. "Selena needs to divorce him and find someone better." The word divorce was everywhere. It wasn't a legal filing, it was a public demand. Online trolls seemingly urged Selena Gomez to divorce Benny Blanco. After a clip from the first episode of the podcast went viral. It was about the persistent belief, shared by a vocal portion of the internet, that Selena Gomez had married beneath her. That belief had been circulating since 2023, and the podcast gave people a visual hook to hang it on. Here was a woman worth $1.3 billion according to Bloomberg, the founder of Rare Beauty, a Golden Globe-recognized actress, the most followed woman on Instagram with over 420 million followers, and the star of Only Murders in the Building. Sitting next to a man who was farting into a microphone on camera, the optics fueled the narrative that had never gone away. Benny Blanco eventually addressed it. He broke his silence and gave context for the dirty feet situation, which he said had a simple, mundane explanation. His explanation prompted reactions such as, "Glad he cleared that up. Not that he needed to." Supporters rallied around him. One commenter wrote, "This guy is a huge green flag, and people constantly try to find things to hate on him for." Another noted, "All these people urging her to divorce the man she truly loves, because of some dirty feet, have no idea about the value of marriage." Selena herself publicly dismissed the criticism within hours on February 26th. She posted an Instagram story showing Blanco playing with their dog and his nephew. A quiet, domestic image designed to say one thing: "We're fine." But the timing matters. The podcast controversy was in February 2026. The divorce rumor from Hoops Crave dropped in April 2026. The cheating text claims from Joe landed days later. Each event layered on top of the last, and by mid-April, the internet had a neat, if entirely unverified narrative. The marriage was a mess. Benny had been caught, and Selena was done. The problem is that neat narratives and true narratives are not the same thing. Let's examine what actually exists in the factual record. The claim about their divorce is false. That's not speculation, and it's not opinion. It originated from a parody account on X, whose bio clearly states that it is not affiliated with legitimate entertainment news sources, indicating the post was intended as satire rather than factual reporting. The account Hoops Crave describes itself in its bio as a parody account not affiliated with Pop Crave. In other words, the single post that triggered millions of views, thousands of comments, and a cascade of follow-up stories from Joe and others was never intended as real news. It was satire from an account that told you it was satire. No court filings, statements from representatives, or verified entertainment outlets have backed up the story, and there has been no official confirmation that any divorce is taking place. No legal documents have surfaced, no representatives have gone on the record, and no other reputable outlet has corroborated the original claim. The follow-up post from Joe alleging cheating through texts with an unnamed celebrity similarly contains no verifiable evidence, no screenshots, no named sources, no confirmation from any party involved. The post itself leads with the word allegedly, and no credible news organization has picked up the claim. Meanwhile, the actual evidence of Selena Gomez's life in April 2026 points in the opposite direction. In her recent Instagram post, Selena Gomez shared multiple pictures with Benny Blanco while giving a glimpse into her married life, captioning the image carousel, "Mrs. Blanco." Gomez also dedicated another Instagram post to her spouse in March, wishing him a happy birthday, sharing multiple photos and writing, "Happy birthday, my love." These are not the social media patterns of a woman filing for divorce. These are the social media patterns of someone who just called herself Mrs. Blanco and posted a heart emoji next to her husband's face. And there's a broader context that matters here. Selena Gomez is one of the most scrutinized women on the planet. She has over 420 million followers on Instagram. Her net worth is estimated at $1.3 billion, with approximately 81% deriving from her stake in Rare Beauty. She stars in one of the biggest shows on television. She was nominated for prestigious awards for her work in Emilia Perez. Every move she makes is cataloged, analyzed, and debated by millions. If she had actually filed for divorce, it would not break through a parody account on X. It would break through her representatives, through court records, through TMZ, through every verified outlet that covers celebrity news. The silence from all those channels is not a mystery, it's the answer. What this entire saga reveals is not a crumbling marriage, but a crumbling information ecosystem. A parody account posts a single sentence. A second account adds unverified details about cheating texts. Millions of people engage with the content. Fact-checkers scramble to debunk it, and by the time the truth catches up, the lie has already done a lap around the internet, wearing a headline that reads, "Selena Gomez just filed for divorce." The Teresa Marie situation from 2025 was built on circumstantial breadcrumbs, an Instagram unfollow, a restaurant sighting, an unverified OnlyFans claim. The podcast controversy was built on a 30-second clip taken out of context. The April 2026 divorce rumor was built on a post from an account that literally calls itself a parody. And in each case, the audience's pre-existing skepticism about Benny Blanco, the persistent feeling that he wasn't enough for Selena Gomez. At the time of this recording, Selena Gomez and Benny Blanco remain married. There is no divorce filing, there is no confirmed cheating, there are no texts, there is no unnamed celebrity. There is only a woman who recently posted pictures, captioning herself Mrs. Blanco, and a man who once called her a real-life Disney princess. Everything else is noise dressed up as news.